like you rightly mentioned, two major points that we are trying to look at here is, of course, one in terms of customer onboarding that has been stopped in terms of the online and the mobile banking channels. And the next that we are looking at is the stopping of the issuance of fresh credit cards. Now, sources told us that we are looking at primarily 5 major concerns as to what RBI found in terms of the IT infrastructure at Kotak Mahindra Bank. These are the 5 big concerns that the RBI raised issues on. The first is the scalability of the core banking system. Now, RBI's press release did mention that the core banking system of Kotak Mahindra Bank had significant troubles and significant issues. So sources told us that the scalability of that core banking issue, that is the extent to which the core banking system could be developed or be used, was one of the issues that RBI raised concern. The second point that we are looking at is the multiple outages or the downtime that were happening on the online and the mobile banking system of Kotak Mahindra Bank. Sources said that at least 30 to 40 hours of outages were being reported in a year, and that is a significant downtime which was causing a lot of inconvenience to the customers. But why exactly this downtime was happening? Why don't you tell us?
Like you mentioned that 30 to 40 hours of outages in a year is a big number, and anything that is more than 30 minutes of outage is considered to be sort of disaster for a bank's digital banking channels. So on April 15 was the last time when Kotak Mahindra Bank had faced a system outage on UPI transactions particularly, which had brought a lot of backlash from customers on social media as well. So what sources were telling us is that the high volume of digital transactions, in fact UPI transactions including, are a reason for which these IT infrastructures at banks are in question, and their resilience is in question, and whether banks are able to upgrade the technology through vendors and through their in-house tech team. Are they able to improve the scalability of the IT infrastructures? So when we ask that, is it a problem from the vendor's side, they're saying that it's not completely a problem on the vendor's side. It is also how the banks are strategizing their IT systems and whether they should look for constant upgradations and how to manage their disaster recovery programs. So high volume of UPI transactions, including to put it broadly, the digital banking channels need to be robust, and this is what RBI was concerned about for past 2 years, and finally they put restrictions on Kotak Mahindra Bank's online banking channels. If we talk about how much of the business is sourced through digital channels from Kotak Mahindra Bank, a lot of savings accounts are opened through Kotak 811 digital channel. On asset side, a majority of sourcing on unsecured products is done digitally, and these segments have grown 40% YOY in the last 9 months versus overall growth of 18% YOY. So a lot of business is what the Kotak Mahindra Bank gets through its digital channels. But of course, we reached out to Kotak Mahindra Bank on these details, but we haven't heard from them yet. Although they had sent a common response to all the reporters saying that they're working with RBI and they will continue to cooperate through external audit, and they will fix those issues.
Exactly, Mamansi, you're absolutely right. So while RBI's restrictions came around 4:30 p.m., about 2-3 hours after that, Kotak Mahindra Bank did put out an official communication. In fact, we are showing it on our screen for the benefit of our viewers as well. The bank said that it is not seeing any material impact on the business despite these RBI curbs. However, it is working with its customers and internally as well. That's the nutshell that I'm explaining it to you, in order to build a robust IT infrastructure. Interesting bit is that while like my colleague also mentioned, while we reached out to bank on these specific points as to what were the specific issues of the RBI in terms of the core banking system or other concerns as well, the bank has not gotten back to us yet, but we will bring our viewers latest updates as and when we have them on that.